what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
The moon, the stars, the sky. Come on closer, baby, let the lights go out. Yeah. We fall and then we rise. No more alibis, I wanna hide now. Yeah. Falling to the fire, baby, we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, oh, we could shine the light, hey. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Walk a straight line, how many fingers? The ecstasy, fragrance lingers, yeah. And those endless conversations, and you feel it floating now. I finally got you, and I'm following you into the fire. Baby, we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, oh, we could shine the light, yeah. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Hold me up, cause you never wanna drop me, not me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, no, their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing gonna stop me. You're talking to get you. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it longer. Oh, come on, get it longer. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Show you, let me show you pure love, pure love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Thursday afternoon.
Thursday afternoon.
I can't believe it.
That's Thursday afternoon, or that it's almost 1 o'clock.
I know we got started late, but we got a lot of work done today.
I see you're going old school with this. I think this needs a little bit of
It don't need
cleaning
no-
up.
It don't need
It
nothing.
needs a little bit of cleaning up. This was from our 2-year anniversary,
That's
wasn't
not
it?
what- First of all, don't be blowing up my spot. This is a
throwback?
graphic design.
Throwback Thursday is what this is. This is a Throwback Thursday to our anniversary cake from 2 years. We are now going on 5.
You know, yesterday you had that lady from England on, and she talked about how you put everything into boxes to talk about stuff. Case in point. I brought it out here because, to be honest with you, I almost broke it, and I felt horrible.
It's
if
been
I had-
broken a few times, I know.
So I brought it out just to lay it out here. But we could do Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
Why are you touching it like
I'm
that?
just
You don't
looking
understand.
at it. Throwback. Can you believe it's been that many years ago since that was actually our party? That's unbelievable, isn't it? How fast time goes.
I can't believe this thing is still alive.
3 years later. Well, it's not still alive. I guess it's like being married for 5 years. What happens a few years into it? It's like when the kids come and then you just keep going.
Now, the reason I brought this out, believe it or not, you're not going to believe this. But
True.
I didn't know that Max was going to be in studio today.
I'm glad he is.
I thought he was going to be here yesterday.
Yes,
But Max came with a work of art.
I know.
Now, this used to be, Max, a top of a cake that they petrified for us to be used. He says it'll maybe last 6 months. This thing has been moved twice, 2 moves. It's still here in all its glory, and it's still in great shape.
Little dusty, but yes, it's in great shape.
So I figure we go old school and then we go new school.
I love this new piece. I'm glad Max is with us. Our in-house artist, Max Lazega, stopped by to drop off some more art. I gotta tell you, his creative mind is always working.
That reminds me of a football player throwing a football pass. See the helmet?
It could be a lot of things. It could be he's holding a rock, like the world in his hands. He's just throwing, or he's catching.
Well, the rocks on the bottom is green turf.
Interesting.
See the green on his pants?
Did you do that on purpose?
Actually, what I did is most of that is from found objects that I had in my studio.
Wow.
I had this light fixture that I was going to put into the closet, and it just wasn't bright enough. There's a panel that lights up.
I'm glad you just reminded me. Slick, there's a TV, there's a TV
2.
in the back there, in the box. We've been for weeks offering it to Max, and every time he comes, I forget to give it to him. I got a television that doesn't work. Or maybe it does work. And it's in the back. No, it's over here.
I think
in
it's
the
sitting
back.
on the yellow table.
Oh, the encoder, right?
Not the encoder. What are you, nuts? Not the encoder.
This looks like domestic
It's,
view. Is
it's
what
a
it
little
is.
19-inch screen television that it turns on and turns off. Turns on and turns off. Now, you being an engineer maven, if you can
I'll take
smack
a
it
look,
and it
but I
works.
don't know. It may
But
be
if
something
it doesn't,
in wiring.
make a robot or something out of it.
Okay. Take it apart and use the parts.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was thinking you make it a computer, not a computer, a robot television person. And then we do something with a radio or something, radio vision.
Okay.
Like a transformer
it
from a
out.
TV transformer.
Yes, because radio vision is coming back. We're going to be opening up a networking studio at the radio station and everything else. We got some new stuff. We expanding.
Max always has new ideas.
Always working. My mind's always working.
I hear the art shows are back up and running a little bit in some states.
There won't be anything really now till October.
Oh, really?
And I understand Art Basel is going to be this year. They're coming back, which is a very major thing for artists. Every gallery celebrates Art Basel.
Nice.
I got a phone call from Art Basel telling me to stop promoting Art Basel in Boca, the Boca Basel. And I says, I'm not going to stop. And they said, please
No.
don't do that. We want the artists to go into Miami.
Everybody promotes it. Everybody promotes it.
Into Miami. So I
Right,
said to them, well, if you guys make it fairer for the artists, I won't scream, rant, and rave.
Well, in Miami Beach, all the hotel lobbies celebrate Art Basel.
I know. I was
Artists are invited to show their work in the lobbies of hotels.
I was hired to do something at Art Basel. It's 3 floors. I can't remember the name of the place. And it was a wall-to-wall art. And the people in there, it had 1 elevator and stairs. Don't take the elevator because there were too many people trying to go up and down. And I hired somebody to be a spokesperson. And she thought I was kidding. So she came off the beach in swimwear. So I said to her, "What is this?" She says, "I really thought you were kidding." She says, "How did you get this gig at the Art Basses?" Really? I think we have a bigger problem right now. So what I did was I got glitter. You know, that glitter stuff you wear? I put glitter all over her. And I perked up her hair with glitter. And I gave her a mic, and she stood in front of the art. And everybody thought that her and her bikini was part of the Basel.
That would be Freddie
And I'ma
figuring it
tell
out.
you, and the guy loved me. He asked me to come back. I said, "Hell no." But it's a true story because the Basel brings in thousands and thousands of people.
That would be totally you.
Yeah.
And it stretches for miles. It's like a big circle.
Isn't it just, it's pretty much all of Miami Beach, isn't
All
it?
of Miami Beach and Miami City too, in Miami too.
The
Wynwood,
convention
down
center
in
they
Wynwood.
use too.
They
I think
have
it's
it.
everywhere now. Lincoln Road, the small
Yes.
galleries, the
All
large
every
ones.
gallery, every gallery. They put their art out in the front of the gallery on the street to draw people in. I
It's a
remember.
huge, it's
But
an
the big
unbelievable.
shows, the big shows are in the 20s in Miami on Northeast Second Avenue. They call it the Red Diamond or one of these gigantic auditoriums, gigantic, and the Miami Beach Convention Center is full. But a small booth, an 8x8 booth, goes for $5,000 to $7,000 for an artist to exhibit there.
Wow.
So the artists that do exhibit, their work is 5,000, 10,000, 25,000.
Easy. It's a beautiful venue, but it's not a cheap venue.
No, it's not.
And you know, you gotta have the moolah, and they'll rent you a small space like that for X amount of money, and it ain't cheap. It's funny because when you are part of that elite, all sorts of things happen. So this was when the Miami Heat had the famous 3 basketball players.
You're right.
So there's this place, it's a converted theater down there, and they gave me tickets to do a coverage down there for clothing, like a runway, which I covered with Shane. I went down there and I did it, and I ran into the most, what is it? The most wonderful man in the world, the most,
The Dos Equis man?
yeah. I ran into him.
Oh,
down
yeah.
there. I literally ran into him and knocked his drink over. I had to buy him
That's a
another
great
drink.
commercial. That's a great commercial thing.
And I said to him, "Wow, you're the most whatever man in the world."
This
I
is
don't
like
know what
most
the word is.
interesting man in the
interesting
world.
man in the world. There you go.
And he said to me, "I just hope you're gonna get me another drink." And I said, "No, I am." And I hung out with him there. But the basketball players were there. Of course, they had the rooms upstairs and everything else.
Yeah.
But that was my experience down there. It was I left there with ringing in the ears. The music was so loud. But when I left, the line went around the block. I guess they don't allow just anybody in there. And I got in there as a film crew.
There's a lot. It's
They
huge
get a lot
now.
of very wealthy Europeans that go to Art Basel, and they come on their own jets or on their own yachts here, you know, and they don't care what they spend. If they see the artwork they like, it doesn't matter what the cost is.
That's true. That.
And what I saw yesterday, we went down to the Murphy House, is that the framing makes such a difference in your artwork.
It does.
You see a piece, and then you see the frame, and it pops, and you think, wow. It just changes the
very
whole
important, too.
perspective. It really is.
It has to match the piece, the color and the style. Has to
It's
match it.
amazing what they've done there. But yeah, Art Basel's a huge thing.
Well, the difference between Florida and New York, South Florida, and New York City is, in South Florida, they are creative with the art. There's a piece of the art here that's in the culture. In New York, you can go and you're gonna spend in certain pockets of the city, you're gonna go. But in Florida, when I used to work down in Miami, there's a lot that goes into art everywhere, in the stores, in the clothing, on the sidewalks. I remember when they created those
Excuse me.
huge balls on Lincoln Road. They have them. This big walls. It was a guy that I met that was doing them, and he was putting these huge balls in different colors in different front of different stores. So they covered it, and I was curious. So I used to work for a company that I wanted to put our product on there, and he did it. He put it on there. It's still there.
On the
Do you,
balls?
do you remember, I think it was in the late 70s, an artist, Christo?
Sure.
And he circled the islands in Biscayne Bay with pink. So everybody saw it going on and saying, what is this? What is this? But when it was done, it was magnificent. It was the most beautiful thing. Planes, helicopters went over, videoed the whole thing. It really was amazing.
Well, yeah, I don't think you were probably
No,
here
it
then.
wasn't.
I think it was in the late 70s.
So we covered these islands in pink, like not plastic,
You know, in
but
Biscayne
something
Bay,
vinyl-y or
in
something.
the,
Yep.
off of Miami Beach, there's these small little islands in the bay where boats pull up and they anchor there. And he had a crew with him with these Zodiacs, and they spread this floating canvas
Yep.
in bright pink. It was about 12 feet wide, and it completely circled these islands.
It's
it was
amazing. Even the buildings that are built down there, the ones that are built on the Ark, which there were books written about these buildings. We had somebody in here who said, "Yo, yeah, they educated me on these buildings because they were built so that they wouldn't block the wind coming off the bay. So they made them circular." And it's funny because I got to work in some of those buildings, and that's how people started giving me the background. Very rich history in what's happening in South Florida with the Rums and the Rum families and everything in Tampa. If you saw I saw the movie the other day. A lot of stuff going on in Florida. And you know something? They stopped making movies in Florida, and they're back now. You're going to start seeing a lot more movies being done down here. We've opened up more than everybody else, so they're going to start filming down here a little bit more as well. I tell you the story about the film industry guy that I have in Tampa. He gave me the keys. He couldn't get nobody to come down here to film movies, and now he won't give me the keys. Now that everybody's taking out permits and everything else to do it. It's great. I mean, the city is incredible. I love New York, don't get me wrong. But Miami has a whole, and I hate the Dolphins, but Miami has a whole different thing going on.
Ooh, you just said a bad thing.
You know
But
what?
so
Bring
does
it
Fort
on, baby.
Lauderdale
Bring it on.
You
and
said a
Palm
bad
Beach.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
JETS.
That's right.
How was the Las Olas Art Festival?
It was very good. There were people out there, and most were wearing masks, some weren't. And I think most of the people have been vaccinated that are venturing out. And I did sell. I sold some pieces, and I got a glimpse of what people were attracted to, what pieces they like. And that's what I've been working on since I finished that show.
So tell us what the
Okay,
aim
it seems
is.
like my work that I do with the nails, like the Tree of Life, I don't see where it is, but
It's right behind you.
right behind me. Okay, this. But they like the palm trees. I do this with palm trees, and I'm doing it on plexiglass also. And some plexiglass will be dimensional, away from the wall, and some will hang on the wall that it's clear, and the reflection of the wall, whatever you have on the color you have, will shine through. That's sold. Everybody liked that.
We have
Yeah,
another one
interesting.
in the lobby by his.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you
that
that
small one. That's what
it's right there in the lobby, but
I
I put
coulda
it
sold
right
that.
behind. I put it right behind. Well, you know what? You can still buy it. He still has it here. Come and visit
Absolutely.
us, and we'll give you a bag of coffee. If
I'm
buy
telling you,
anything.
people should come down and see this wonderful art gallery. It's better than a museum.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have lights in the front shoot up into the sky, like the Batman. Remember the Batman? The
Yeah.
bat?
Yes, the star in the
I
sky.
have a guy who does that, and I said to him, I want you to put amphitheater up there in the sky. But he says, it's got to be cloudy there. I says, whatever got to be doing. And they're huge. And I'm going to put that up here because I don't think anybody really understands. Everything here is for sale.
That's what people don't realize. I know. It's an amazing space with such great artwork, and it gives you a new perspective on everything that the artists are going through.
They think we own all this. They think we own the art. We don't own the art, ladies and gentlemen. This is for sale. We demonstrate it, like this piece right here.
This piece is very cool.
I have a place for it already.
It's like, you know who I think would love this? Remember the bodybuilder show that we promoted a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Like he reminds me of a bodybuilder, like a
Hard as
Hercules, a
rock.
beach guy. There you
Hard as
go.
rock.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's what we got to call this piece.
What inspired you to do that?
This piece, I had a lot of extra pieces of sea glass. You know that sea glass?
It's
which is
beautiful.
when they take these bottles and they break them up for recycling, sometimes the bigger pieces like that, they package them and they sell them. You can buy them from China, from Japan, wherever they come from. And I had bought a lot of them because I had done a couple of statues, full standing statues, which I'll probably do another one too.
Wow.
Out of that light up, you know. And the light fixture I was going to use it in the closet and it wasn't bright enough, so that's a light panel, you know, like a recessed light panel. I had it laying around, so I said, let me wire it up. And
Like nothing.
I gotta ask you, if this was built a certain way that the sun shines through it to light it up, then this can become an outside piece minus the wiring for the
if I
electrical.
used clear plexiglass.
So it could be done on the
It
outside.
could be done clear,
That gives me an idea.
but then you wouldn't have the light up feature, you know, the electrical.
No, I know that, but I'm thinking outside where the sun hits it, it becomes lit up.
Yeah,
And then when the sun goes down, you can also put one of those things that like we have in the front door here that lights up with the sun, and then
Yeah.
it stays lit at night. There's a lot of stuff you could do. You know, it's funny when I meet you, you make my brain hurt because everything I'm turning and turning and turning
yeah.
to keep on top of this stuff. But that's fantastic. Man of rock.
Yeah, I'm
Man
going to do a
rock.
few more sculptures. I like the light up. You see the one that you have in the lobby here, the light up sculpture. I have another couple of bases that I had made a long time ago, so I'm ready to do another.
And you can
sculpture.
make adjustments. Like I think Tommy wanted it holding 2 bottles of like a Gubba rum bottle, an
Yeah.
empty bottle.
Well, I have plenty of time. I have till October till the show.
Well, I told him you could change
Wow.
it. You can make it anything. He's supposed to be here today.
I
so
have plenty
we'll
of time
find
to work, and that's what I do all day. I work on my art.
And you've had a lot of friends that are artists in your community.
In my building, we have quite a few artists.
That's amazing.
We have been doing shows in the building once or twice a year in the lobby, and they can't do it now. We don't allow gatherings yet. It'll end soon. It'll end soon.
We've gotten through a big hurdle, and it's coming
Right.
back, and we're able to do some things, and
Right.
we could do a little event
Well,
here.
if people have been vaccinated and they've gone past that stage, I don't see any reason why they can't communicate in a lounge area or a bar and stay by themselves as long as they've all been vaccinated. I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, sharing all the artwork. I
And
mean,
our
it's just
governor says
amazing.
you don't need a mask anywhere now.
There
How
you
about that?
I think it's, I don't know. I'm totally
So
confused
political.
with what the hell he said. I think it's
He's
June
so political.
1st he
He's,
can't
huh?
do it. I don't know.
Mira Merriman says hello. Mikey says hi.
Hello, Mikey.
Jojo says hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
I know we got off to a late start. Thank you for reminding me.
But why did we get off to a late start? A very good reason, I might say.
You know, that's Mirror, man. I'm very upset with him.
Why?
Because
he got rid of
he
the mirror?
sold the mirror. Instead of bringing it to the House of Fame here, where I would have dedicated a corner to it. or
I
something,
know.
He sells it. I mean, he didn't even think about me.
But the exciting thing that our crew has been working on are our Comcast commercials that should be coming out within the next week or so, that you'll see commercials from a lot of our sponsors and new sponsors and businesses that are looking to get their business recognized on the regular airways through Comcast, which means, yes, through the Comcast cable providers in Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, or Broward counties, or all of the counties you choose where you want your business spotlighted. And we help bring that to fruition as the agency for Comcast.
And it is not overnight. It's not an overnight. You pay less because it's overnight news. No, this is during the day, 6 to midnight. And there's no. It's not going to last forever. You know, it's going to go away. I just don't get people. I watch commercials of people that I know because when I watch the news, now I watch commercials.
Yeah?
I used to not watch commercials.
I watch commercials
Now
now,
I watch
I
because I
know.
want to see what they're doing. And these people that I know, I've known for years, and they're spending 3, 4, 5 times the amount of money. Instead of calling us and letting us do it, they're spending it.
Us more than that, actually. When
It is,
it's
if
way
you
more
add it
than
all
that.
up.
Yeah, it's about 10 times more.
I don't get it.
It's because they don't realize that we can help you. So give us a call at 866-224-5422. We're even putting an artist network package together to get the artist noticed. Because with galleries being closed and no shows, you can get it out to the masses of news enthusiasts and baby boomers and people that are moving down from the Northeast and California that are redoing these amazing houses. They need artwork. So this enables us to get their artwork out
And
there.
it's funny because we talked about it on the air, and I see people duplicating some of the things we're talking about.
And we just got to
But
do
they're
it.
paying 10 times the amount doing it that way.
Just got to jump in and do it.
You know what?
I think this is going to be an interesting summer. I'm feeling it already in May, and I got to tell you, I'm not liking what I'm feeling, but it just means
Why?
we got to keep going.
Yeah, it's going to be, you know, right now the problem is you can't grow too fast. This is what everybody's telling me. Because you can't get people to work. You can't get kids in there to work because they're staying home for unemployment. So you can't grow too fast. So let's say that you have a restaurant and you're booked and you got 1,000 people coming this Friday and you don't have anybody working it. So what do you
That's
do?
the thing.
You can't serve 1,000 people with one person. Good luck with that. And that's the latest excuse. And then after September, when everybody's back to work, it'd be, I'd rather do word of mouth. Okay, that's another excuse. And then they go and they do it, and they pay 10 times the amount to do it. I don't get it whatsoever.
So I'm just glad that the art show's opened up and you're able to get to some on the west coast of Florida. We actually may be going over there next month.
Not if we don't make that phone call.
We're going to make that phone call. But it's nice to see that things are opening up and
Right.
people are getting outside and getting back to the things that they love to do.
Right.
I'm sure the artists are thrilled about it.
Oh, yeah.
You did really good on the Naples side, didn't you?
Naples, I did good, and Sarasota was very good.
Isn't Naples and Sarasota the people like different from another planet from this side?
Well, they're older. You don't see the South Beach crowd there. You don't see the young people,
No.
Carl Gables people. You don't
But
see
I
that.
found them to be so much different, so much more relaxed.
Well, people who live on the West Coast are from the Midwest. They migrated from Chicago, Ohio. They
I
came
didn't
down that corridor. And people on the East Coast in Miami came from New York, New Jersey, that corridor. And
I
that's
didn't realize
100%
that.
true.
Did you know that?
Yes.
I landed on the Tampa side when I first came down here.
You're unique, though, in that
That's
whole
unique.
situation.
And I left.
That's
Because
unusual.
it's a different feel.
That's unusual.
Me and
Because-
cows do not get along. I said, I got to get out of here.
What cows? On the
When
Tampa
I
side.
first moved on the Tampa side, it was nothing but cows.
Well, that's why, because East Coast is normally fast-paced, like we are. East Coast of South Florida is like New York, the whole East Coast. West Coast is a little more laid back. West Coast, West Coast, Midwest.
Midwesterners, which are laid back and quieter.
Yes. Oh, my God. It was so good. It was 5 o'clock. People were going to bed. I said,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to go
Naples.
at midnight to go get a steak down in Manhattan, and I couldn't find that either.
Yeah, when Chuck and I were first looking to move back here, we interviewed along the way, and we would see couples in matching clothes. So, like, my dress would match your shirt, like the same pattern. So imagine, like, one of
What
Amy's
country?
here. So imagine, like, that print on your shirt and my dress, and we saw people walk around like that.
That's a little scary.
And I was like 25, and I went, nope, this is just not going to work for me. Yeah,
And where were you coming from?
Texas. But it's different. It's just a totally different mindset. It's very laid back and beachy, and
I tell you, what I did was when I first went to Tampa and I used to visit watering holes, I used to drink beer out of a straw.
have you ever done that, by the way?
No.
Now, the reason I did it was because I was making fun of them. This is slow.
But now you like it.
But now I do it all the time, yeah. But I was drinking out of a straw. Everything was out of a
I
straw.
can't drink it out of a bottle. I have to have a glass for the beer.
I drink
like
it out of a straw.
I like the foam to come up to the top. That's
But
how-
I did it on purpose because they were so slow.
What'd you do for Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, we had a party in somebody's apartment in the building.
That's nice. Look, what
All
you
vaccinated people. We were
Everyone's
about-
vaccinated.
We were a dozen people there. And
That's
everybody
nice.
made something, Mexican style tacos.
It's nice to see people back out and doing some things.
I was really disappointed.
In Cinco de Mayo,
We didn't do anything.
I went out for sushi for Chelsea's birthday.
For Cinco de Mayo, you went to sushi.
Yes.
Is that like Japanese Cinco de Mayo?
I got to tell you, so one of the really good sushi places on Southwest 18th Street, they've got the benches that
Yeah.
kind of rock, like a swing. It's, there's the top and there's the
I know what
benches
there
and the
is, yeah.
table. And
So you swing when you eat?
no, Chuck started swinging it and I get motion sick. And I said, you have to stop or I'm leaving. And so he did it some more. I go, no, you don't understand. You cannot swing while I'm eating. It's just a bad combination.
It's a bad combo.
Yes. So I was like, put your feet down and stop moving the swing. I don't know how people do that. Even now, I'm like sitting here swinging. I'm like, it's not, oh God, I can't do it.
I went to an Italian restaurant to have Italian food for Cinco de Mayo. I'm very disappointed. I should have gone down to the Mexican restaurant on Federal in Hillsborough. Is it even open?
Which one?
The
It
guy
is a
said-
Mexican
El
holiday,
Jefe?
after
El
all.
Jefe Luchador.
Yeah.
Is it
That's how you
open?
pronounce it?
El Jefe Luchador.
Yes.
It's the chief wrestler in Spanish. El Jefe Luchador. Yeah, this would go great over there.
That's where I get my nails and take that down there.
You should. I didn't even know it was open.
Yep.
And what is the burger place they own?
Charm City.
Charm City. You ever had a Charm City burger?
No.
It's the best I will tell you, that burger is probably better than the ones I had in New York.
You like burgers?
I
Tremendous.
don't eat meat.
Oh, then that wouldn't be good for him.
Oh,
I don't eat red meat. I eat chicken, but I don't eat red meat.
I took a friend of mine there, Bobby, in the radio station, and I ordered him the Max, it's the kitchen sink. And he looked at me, he says, I can't eat this. I go, why? He says, this is tremendous. I mean, it was this big.
Wow.
I said, so take it home and chop it up and eat it for the next week. He said, I can't eat
My
this.
wife eats hamburgers. She thinks that Flanagan's has a great hamburger. She likes Flanagan's.
Haven't been there in a long time either.
Their hamburgers, she said, is good.
Take her, go stop over and take it to her.
I haven't eaten red meat in 12 years.
No, but
Wow.
give it to her.
Yeah, and I used to love it, but I gave it up.
Interesting.
You eat red meat?
On occasion. Rare occasion. It's not that I don't, I just don't. But I
Yes.
would.
You
I
ever
eat
seen
a lot of seafood. I like seafood, tuna and fish and all
Slick's
kinds.
got a great seafood taco place for you.
Oh yeah, it's called the Fish Joint.
Where is
Fish
it
joint?
located?
It's adjacent to Promenade. You know what Promenade is?
No.
In Coconut Creek.
Coconut
It's on
Creek.
Lions and Wild.
Near the walk?
Yeah, Lions and Wild. It's not near the walk. It's in Coconut Creek, so more out west.
Okay.
So it's Lions and Wilds, and it's adjacent to to the right of it, across the street or across the intersection.
You go all the way down here from here for lunch?
What, me?
Yeah.
For the Fish Joint?
Yeah.
No, that's for I work down there, so.
He gets it on the way up and down.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that's kind of far for lunch from here.
Yeah, no, I don't go to the Fish Joint if I'm here.
I was gonna ask you, the food up here better than the food down there, or down there the food is better than up here?
I'll say I like the food closer to the East Coast because I don't know. For me, it's much better.
This side is better?
Yeah, this side is better.
What are
Really?
you guys talking about? The east coast of what?
Because he goes southwest,
It's-
and this is
I know I go
northeast.
more out west.
It's all about 10 miles from here, though, so it's not like we're leaving countries.
But it all depends on the place that you go.
Yes.
I know Fish Joint if you're going out west, adjacent to Promenade, it's right next to Wingstop. Don't go into Wingstop. Go into Fish Joint.
I know places you cross the street serve the same food, and it's two different worlds.
Depends on who's cooking the food.
That's right. But the food down south is different than up here. That I can tell you.
Depends who's cooking the
But
food.
he's saying that up here is better. Usually I get it the other way around, which is kind of cool.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right, let's take a commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Safe thing. Max Lazega creates whimsical and freestyle materials. His 40 years in the construction industry created a foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends. to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We're back. This portion of the show is brought to you by
Brooklyn Cafe Show, Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Brewers.
a lot of people ask me how we got this done.
It's such a great bag.
And this bag was actually designed by Don Pablo Coffee. I went to Costco and I sat in the, they have the coffee on pallets. It's on the lower end. And I sat there and I had the coffee on my hands like this. It's his coffee. And I sat there and I waited because I wanted to see who would come by and say something. So Linda goes, "Are you going to be there all day? What are you, nuts?" I go, "Just relax." 3 minutes it took. And somebody came up and said, "I'm sorry, are you like the salesman of this thing?" I said, "No, I just wanted to see how long it would take for somebody to notice me."
Slick, help me out here. His brain.
So check, hold on. So she bought 2 bags, and she's probably watching our show. She understands. I should have taken these with me.
You should have.
The next thing, I have 4 people, and they bought 2 bags. And I made a little hole to sit on the pallet with the stuff around me. It's just the way my mind works.
You could like sell Girl Scout cookies.
No, that's not organic coffee. Organic coffee grown. And you can get this bag. You can only get this here at the cafe because Costco won't let me bring it in.
Amen to that. We should give Max a bag. Do you have any of our coffee?
No.
We got to give some to Max.
You
You
don't
drink
have
coffee?
coffee?
No, I don't have your coffee.
Well, take the bag.
There you go. Got to give Max a bag of coffee.
Tell us what you think. Now, it's organic, you know what that means.
I like coffee.
It smells
Is it
good.
beans? Is it ground already, or we have to ground it?
You have to ground it.
Okay, I have. a
We
grinder.
have both, but we found that this was more delicious because the
I have
bean.
a grinder.
The smell. Smells good, right?
Yeah.
I know. Nothing like the smell of coffee. Sometimes it smells better than it even tastes. Got to find the right mix of milk and sugar and,
It smells better.
Take a
and-
little shot of anisette,
Smell- yeah,
and
it does
take a
smell
few
better than
coffee
it
beans, and heat the coffee beans up and put them into the anisette.
That's right. And then when you drink the coffee,
Italians.
you put the
drink it-
anisette.
You drink it with your pinky in the air like that. Espresso.
Nice.
Like we had at,
I was thinking we haven't been there in a long
we should go
time.
visit him, see how he's doing. We should take the crew.
I was thinking
They've
that.
never been to some of the places.
We definitely need to go on more road trips with them. Now that things are opening up, we stopped that for a year, but I think it's time to do that again.
I was thinking we should do productions in the car on the trip.
I told Slick that today, right? In the car.
I actually have a bit that's for 2 men in a car. I don't know if you guys seen it. But
I haven't seen it. Did you upload it?
yeah, we can upload it and we can play it.
All right,
What's
let's send
in
it
it?
to Val.
It's what's in it.
What is
The
it?
same thing, the same thing that we told you that we were gonna put in it
Or
yesterday.
2 men in the car?
Yeah.
You and Dan?
We're leaving Murphy's house. Yeah.
You know, that's great, but I have requests for you guys, and you guys never went.
Where?
Tracy wants you to go. Carmen Laser wants you to go. All the different places. Crazy Uncle Mike's wants you to go. I told you guys.
So we're going to send him out on the road. Val, you have it?
You just gotta let me know who me.
Two men in a car?
Yeah, I sent it on my email this morning.
Check Freddie's email and Slick's email.
Just let me know who wants
We're gonna play it at the next commercial block.
Did you see the first black woman is now the CEO of Walgreens?
You told me that this morning.
And 59 years old, she was offered this job, like this dream, unbelievable job, the first black woman to be in the top 500 companies as CEO at 59. Pretty remarkable. I mean, to me, it just shows, to me, as a woman in business in her mid-50s, it's like, you know what, never give up, keep going, because you never know
sorry.
when that opportunity is around the corner.
Excuse me.
That I'm in my mid-50s, I
She's
am.
59. What's the problem?
Nothing, but there are people that are ready to start retiring at 60 and 65, or if you haven't been working, you think that opportunity's never going to happen. I'm stagnant in my 50s, and you realize the
Who
best
are
is yet
you?
to come.
Who retires at 60?
People do. You ready for that? So that's, I think, a
You
remarkable
better be very
story.
wealthy if you can retire at 60. That's all I got to say. I can't retire.
I think
I may have to work till I'm 90.
that I get. But you never think you're going to get, you just keep working and working, but you ever think you're going, you are a whole nother animal. Because your mind works in other people. Other people think, I'm here where I am at this age in life, and it's not going to go higher. I can stay where I am as a plateau, maybe a little bit. But to get this unbelievable opportunity as the CEO of a major company, as a woman, let alone a black woman, it's like, wow. It really is.
She got a job.
Oh my gosh, this isn't a job. This is like a dream job. And she is totally, this was in the middle of COVID, so she has totally changed Walgreens and then making money and offering the vaccines and all the things that they have done under her helm. It's pretty remarkable.
When was she hired?
A couple months ago.
So she's in charge of all the Walgreens, everything.
Everything.
That they're doing right now?
Everything. I
You
want to
should
say
give her-
January.
You should give her a call. Put her on the air.
What do you think, Slick? You know, we were meeting with someone yesterday, and she says, I think our missions are in alignment. So I told her a little bit about what I did, and she says, oh, I used to intern at this place, and I told her I interned. And she goes, you did that as an internship? Like, I forget that I
Yeah, but that
actually
was
went
a
to school
radio
for this.
station, a
TV.
TV studio. That's
Yep.
interesting.
Michael Putney.
Who's Michael Putney?
You've lived in Florida, right, a long time. Remember Michael Putney?
Newscaster.
Political correspondent, yep, his own show.
On Channel 4 News.
Yep, I used to work at Channel 4
Did you?
in downtown Miami, across from Burdines, yep.
Oh, yeah, right.
Burdines doesn't exist anymore.
You were his intern? You were Putney's intern.
One of.
How many did he have?
There were a couple. 3, 4.
What'd you do? Put the newscast where he had to report together?
It was a Sunday morning show. It was Montage. Remember Montage? Sure. So I would put all of those pieces together, and we'd have to go through tapes. I was telling them my tapes, all my interview audition tapes that are on these big tapes. No, you cannot have them.
You have them?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
On the reels?
Yeah. They're not big reels. They're like the big Betamax tapes.
Bring them in. We can put one there and one there. And
They're
you hang
just
it down.
tapes. There's nothing.
You
You just
hang
see
it
plastic.
Ay, Papa Dios.
What?
You hang it down. You cut it, you hang it down, one there, one there. Bring me two.
I was telling Rhonda yesterday that I had these, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you
You
did that." But
have
you
them?
forget what you, because our crew now, when they take their resume, it's all digital, it's uploaded. I would have to download my shows. You know how we do the credits at the end to see my name at the end of the credits?
Can you bring me two reels, please?
Yes.
The biggest ones you have.
They're
Two.
not reels, though. They look like Betamax tapes.
That's what I want. Oh, the Betamax tapes.
But they're bigger
on the
than
reels.
Betamax.
They're not on the reel.
No, they're like,
Cartridge, right?
yeah, exactly. Like, I'll give it to Max. He can make some artwork out of it.
Put your name across the top.
No, I don't want the Betamax. I want the reels. You know the reels?
I don't have the reels.
I want to put a reel there and a reel there.
No, mine are like, I guess they're just the big cartridges is what all my stuff was on.
Hey, we can still use the tape.
My hair was like big hair back in the 80s. I know.
That camera in front of
Play
Max,
it on anything. There's no machines that you
Exactly.
that camera in front of Max, when I first started this business, was on tape. And I used to take the tape, and I used to have a converter. Gio bought me a converter for my birthday, and I used to put this tape through a converter to turn it digitally.
digital, from analog to digital.
That's right. And he tried to explain those two words to me. And for ever. I didn't understand. I didn't care. I says, what do I put where? Put this here, hit this button. That's all I care about. So when I went to North Carolina to do Obama's deal in 12, I was still using this method. And I had it on tape. And from that tape, I had to convert it to send it out to clients as digital. Not easy.
It's, it's old as new again. Like Max repurposes all of these things. And you give Max a TV, Slick? No.
I couldn't find a TV, to be honest. I thought it was on top of the...
I'll find it for you before he
It's inside
goes.
the drawer. Yeah, don't leave without the TV.
Val, you have that little clip? All right, let's see what these guys created. 2 men in a car.
Hey, this is Dan and Slick here. Another episode of 2 Men in a Car.
2 men.
We are just leaving the Murphy House down here in Fort Lauderdale by Los Olas.
Yeah, I mean, the Murphy House, if I had to explain it, is like a breath of fresh air. I would have never knew to find a place in Los Olas with such...
They got quite the stylized studio.
Seriously, what is it? I fell in love with that black piece. I don't know if I showed it to you, but it felt like the painter was dancing on that canvas. But visit the Murphy House and tune into Amp Studios and 2 men in a car. What do we have to? I feel like we should do this in weekly segments.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this segment going because people be liking it. Brooklyn Cafe in the house at all times.
White t-shirt, I'm just kidding. Brooklyn Cafe all the time, guys.
That is hilarious.
And you didn't end it with 2 men in a car.
They did. You were talking to Slick.
That's really good. I like that.
2 men in a car.
And it's funny because when he went up to the land, we came up with this whole idea. Now you're going to have to go see Tracy and everybody else. Now let me ask you, are you going to put the guests in the back of the car? Or are you going to, how are you going to work it? Because you got to put them in the car. And you're going to have to put the
You
sound.
should take one of Max's robots with you in the car.
Yes, my guess. I don't know if they can fit. My car is like very.
Doesn't
It's very like petite.
doesn't Dan have a bigger car?
Yeah, but
He has a bigger car.
Yeah. Okay.
So you take Dan and you put the guest, you got to put the guest in the back seat, and then you're going to have to come up with the GoPro to capture it. Oh, that'd be a riot. You know, it's like going to get coffee, remember? That was huge in the day. Huge. It was
Do they
ridiculous.
make lavalier splitters?
I don't know.
I was looking for a splitter for your phone. Cindy, remember like old school they had, you could go to the airplane, you had a splitter, you could put 2 headsets in into one hole, and one jack has to split it. So I wonder if they make a lav splitter.
Well, look it up.
So I was looking for one of those. I ended up getting 2, but I needed 1.
But I think it's an outstanding piece because you could talk about your business on the way to the business, on the way to get whatever, coffee, whatever. And just that's it. That's it.
Go down to Max's studio.
He's at the
We
end.
got to
of
get
it.
some pictures of your studio, Max.
I gotta do it. I'm gonna take some pictures of me creating my work.
We got to get some video of you working.
Just made that video.
Max
With
did,
my phone will do it clear.
Perfect.
Max did the Comcast sign that people come in here and they're like, wow, it's real.
The Comcast opportunity is incredible. I keep saying it over and over again, but it really is amazing for businesses that are looking to do things. I mean, you look at the market now, I'm sure your apartment right now, you could probably sell it and do really well because people are moving down here and there's no housing around.
And we got to see 3 of the 4 commercials today. 3? Teddy did a couple and
Taylor did one.
And Taylor did one, and then you had Slick that was involved in it, and you had Cracker Barrel was fixing the sound on it. I gotta tell you, not for nothing. And I said this to the ladies and to Slick when I was in there. You know, I've been doing this business close to 15 years in Florida, and that Amp Square TV commercial that they put together for me, that Teddy put together, is the best I've ever had in 15 years.
And I love the Amp Media that Taylor did. It's spectacular.
It's unbelievable. But I looked at it and I looked at it and I looked at it and I said, and I'm trying to remember because I've done tons of commercials in the past. But that thing is spectacular because it comes at you. And Taylor's fixing the other one also from Triumph.
Comcast did the commercial for you through Comcast?
We do them here.
And then we place them on Comcast.
And we place them on Comcast. But they did one for my other company at the radio station, and tremendous. Sometimes they leave me speechless in here with some of the things they did. The kids got together and they did some ad libs yesterday, ads that are live. I threw them a curveball because I wanted to see who would fail at it. They came through flying colors with that too. So they're courageous. They're learning and they're doing it right. And you should give us a shot. I'll go against Blu-ray or anybody else. I'll go against all of them with this crew, all of them. And I've been doing it long enough to know the difference. But that's the best I've ever seen for me personally in 15 years.
It's a great spot.
It is.
So, but I'm thinking we do something with the artists. We've talked to Amy about it also, to get different artists, like we said, to get into people's homes, into their businesses, to find you. Because right now, how does anyone find anybody? And that's the problem. But through Comcast, the way they're allowing us to spotlight businesses and schools and organizations and anyone, it's a great opportunity.
It is. What you need to do is you got to have a somebody. And you capture that somebody, you put that on a commercial, and I bet you it explodes. Like if J-Lo bought this piece and was talking to Max up here and yada, 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 and you would bound to hear J-Lo, Max, right? But the next best thing is the platform that will enhance that. So
Yeah.
TV to me is the way to go. It's the future of getting out from under the rock.
It's for business growth is what
It is. It is. It's the biggest platform that you could do. You just got to keep doing it over and over again until they catch on. And then, if you can fill the orders, you're good to go.
Let's take a commercial break. Stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios that will set the venue for any media application. We offer remote services as a radio or TV production and continue to grow new venues to bring your ideas to life. We also specialize in video and photo content for social media. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
AMP Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock nonstop to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
The Spa Facial by Maria has amazing facials, body treatments, and sugar body waxing for any special occasion. All our spa treatments have organic and natural ingredients concentrated just for your skin. We guarantee all natural products help you with that extra feeling of zen. The Spa Facial offers organic facials, foot detox, aromatherapy, manscaping, and face and body waxing. Call the Spa Facial for your spa appointment with Maria at 954-213-5034 or visit her website at thespafacial.info.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I love the bodybuilder piece. Slick, this is like you. I made out of sea glass.
Yeah, right. It's the illusionary you. Let me think about illusionary. Let me think about the illusion of Slick. Oh, there it is. No?
So I got to tell you, Slick, Dogecoin is now on Gemini. Teddy, did you know that? Dogecoin does? And that other little penny stock that I invested in that was losing money for so long is not losing money anymore. That fractional penny stock.
I got some exciting news. I wasn't going to bring this up because I don't want to.
Brag.
Come on now. Okay. Wow. You know that Litecoin?
Litecoin, yeah.
Hey, Teddy. You know Litecoin? Have you looked at Litecoin?
Litecoin?
Litecoin, Litecoin? Have you seen Litecoin?
Not today.
Have you been in watching it? Are you invested in it? It's up over 100%.
So you got $2?
And my amp is up over 150%.
That little. Remember that little one you were going to sell and you told me I'm getting out, and I go, don't hold it, keep it, keep it. There you go.
I am up 125% on my investment.
Nice.
I feel like selling it now. Because it ain't never going to get this big.
It's going to get bigger.
Well, today it is bigger.
Thank you.
I
Look, he's smiling.
I bought it $10. Do you know how much amp is? $24. And I bought the light. I bought it at 30. It's $52. At 30, I bought it.
See, I buy things and I bet on things based on names. And how could we have not bet? How could we not invested in
I think I'm
amp?
going to sell today.
You're going to sell your $14 off?
I almost sold yesterday. I would have lost money. I would have lost profit if I had sold yesterday.
You got to hold it. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I doubled my money already.
I think until September, you hold.
No. If it goes down $1, I'm selling it today.
Why?
Because I doubled my money.
And
I winner. I winner.
Isn't it funny? You should do a show on like how people's different investing strategies and what they do.
Do you know how long I held that amp losing? It went down to $3.
It's not even. It's so, yeah.
Now it's $24. $24.
I've been investing more in it.
You're crazy.
Why?
You completely lost your mind.
I know.
I didn't invest nothing, but now that it's at $24, I more than double my money. It is time to move on to something else.
Well, you know, next week I think is the Belmont, so I got a week to look at my horses and figure out what I'm going to do.
You're going to bet on horses?
I don't know. I've never done that before.
I did it since I was 12 years old.
I've never done it, but I'm thinking I got to learn a little bit more.
I can't take the anxiety because your horse could be winning and then it's going down the stretch and whoop, the other horse goes by and wins by a nose. You know what? I'm
Literally
so tired
by
of
a
that.
nose.
I have lost bets on pictures and they see the horse hit the line by the nose. That's what it's meant.
Literally by winning by, I know. It's amazing, isn't it?
I can't do that.
I gotta tell you, there is so much. Oh, doorbell. There's, how you like that? Someone's at the door. There's so much going on in this world that is just so much bigger than we can even imagine. You just gotta keep believing and have faith and see what it is. It could be somebody's lunch. What did you order? What did you order now?
It wasn't me.
What do you think it is?
It's something you ordered. I didn't order nothing.
Oh, it might be air filters.
Exactly what it is. It looks like the air filter box. Have you noticed I don't ask what did you order and what did you order now?
Because I'm thinking I didn't order anything yet. Nothing exciting. It's like air filters, but it's a necessity.
Wow.
Slick was explaining to someone how to change the air filter because we don't have to wash it out anymore. We can throw them away and put in a clean one.
Okay, new rule. We're going to have a new rule. Anytime that somebody rings the doorbell.
You take a shot?
You got to take a shot.
I like it.
All right? So you're going to have to line up the shots so that anytime anybody rings the doorbell, you got to take a shot.
I like it a lot. I think summer's coming tomorrow, so we're all in. New air filters.
Now,
That was
anytime
quick.
anybody rings the doorbell, you got to take a shot. It's going to be the new rule. We start that tomorrow. So tell Crackerbarrel not to lock the door. She locks the door. People can't leave. Forget about that.
Then they got to ring the bell. And
If
when they
they
ring the bell,
you got to take a shot.
so we keep the door locked and they ring the bell. Air filters is an exciting gift that I bought for everybody.
You know, wow. I say nothing more. She says, what did I get?
Because I was thinking, what exciting things. Street signs couldn't be here that fast. And yeah, Cracker Barrel's
Listen,
laughing.
actually, Bianca came up with a great idea. We should take a poll.
Queen Bee, yes.
Whatever. We should take a poll. We have 3 street signs that we want to order, that we want to get. And on these street signs, we don't know what to put on there. Do we put the names of the streets we grew up on?
Teddy, make a social media post like we did on the cheese puffs. The bolitas, what is it, bolitas de queso?
Bolita de queso.
Yeah,
Don't say bolitas.
Bolitas?
That sounds
Bolita.
very strange.
American.
Bolitas. Yes, and tomorrow we will be having the grand drawing of the bolitas de queso. We're going to count them to see who wins.
One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me.
Well, we're not going to eat them. We're going to count them. You're going to eat those things? You don't eat that. We just
Have you seen those videos they do on TV where you put like Cheetos like those in a skillet with
Yes, you crush them up. and
with
you cook 'em.
Skittles?
Skittles.
And you get the sweet and the sour, and you watch what happens. And clearly, what happens isn't really what happens on the fast motion. Now I look to see where they edited to see what happens because it's really not the same. And then you come out with a ball of goop and Skittles, and the Skittles lose their colors. You've never seen that?
I wouldn't want to see that.
These are the things I watch.
That's what you watch. You don't watch TV, but you watch that. So here's Bianca, and her idea is we take a poll so you can give us, we need 3 names.
Yep.
3 subject matters, 3 anythings. The truck fall? 3 anythings, and if you tell us, give us some ideas so we can have a street sign. I think it'd be kind of fun. Always wanted that.
We can do a social media post with blank signage and say, what would, name our studio.
What would these 3 signs say?
We talked about doing this for the 3 studios here. We got A, B, and theater. Oh, no, we've got the Aurora room.
Yeah, but that's not exciting.
But that's what we talked about having, like New York street signs. When we first moved in here, we talked about that.
I remember when we first moved in here, I thought this place was huge. And I get lost. I says, where am I? Where am I? And now it's not big enough.
Now it becomes home. Isn't that crazy what just happens?
It is crazy. And now it's like we don't have enough room. I'm surprised you haven't asked me where you're going to put it.
I don't ask anymore. I just let you do. I have learned.
I have the perfect place.
See? I've learned that in his mind, he's in the mind of a male. He's already got an idea, and I'm just going to let it roll.
I have
And
so
Slick's
many
going to go, I don't
ideas.
know if these can be on Dawn's wall. So
I
he's
gotta-
got me. He's got my back.
The feng shui. Just look north.
You and Peter Pan.
Okay, cool. I'll look north, but hopefully, nothing lands south. Hopefully nothing falls. Hopefully everything stays good.
He got parts falling off.
How you doing, Bianca?
What parts?
You're working hard in there.
Reaching out to many people. I've been on Instagram for like 2 hours. My neck is freaking killing me. If anyone is interested in coming on the Brooklyn Café TV show, feel free to reach out. We're always looking for brand new guests. And I have never.
No one freaking answers their phone.
No.
I was like, dang it.
Isn't
What
that
is
weird?
this? But what I learned is that when I called someone, she was like Kevin Smith, and I'm like, what? No. And then whenever I call people, it says that Kevin Smith because that's my dad's name, and he's the one who pays for the phone bill. So everyone's like, why is this man calling me? And when they probably pick up the phone, they're like, why is there this woman talking to me? So I was like, dang it. I learned that was new today.
Interesting.
That's like when I call, it has a 347 number, and that's a New York number.
Yeah.
And people think it's one of those robocalls.
Oh, I hate those. Your car warranty is about to expire, by the way. You have to give me your social security, your mother's maiden name, and your credit card.
No, we got the best one today.
Yeah.
We got the best one today. This company called and says that we're renewing something that we don't have.
$250.
And if you want your money back, call us. So I called him, and I says, if you run anything on me, I'll sue you. And I hung up on him. He keeps calling me, so I had to block the number. Oh, a bunch of bull.
I had a call today about my student loans. Yeah, a little late on that.
Those are my favorite. I'm like, oh, one day I was actually in the car with my brother, and they start calling me about the car warranty, and I was like, I'm going to answer this time. And she's like, your car has extended warranty. And I look at my brother, and I'm like, sorry, man, but I don't have a car. And then she's like, what? And I'm like, I don't have a car, so I can't get car insurance. And my brother was like, he's like, well, what do we say? And I was like, do you have like a tricycle? I was like, I have a tricycle. And the lady was like, excuse me? And he's like, ask about tricycle insurance. And I was like, do you have tricycle insurance? And then they never called me back. I've never gotten a call about car insurance again. So that was
hilarious. You have Bianca in the car with you and Dan Slick.
Oh, they'll be all right.
Actually, we put Bianca on a tricycle.
Tricycles are pretty sick.
No, let's get tricycle earrings.
Why?
You can make them if you want.
Yeah.
Tricycle? No, you're not gonna put a real.
He goes, that's kind of heavy.
Ay, Dios mío, papá Dios.
Some clay and mold it. It could be like your Saturday afternoon activity. You can like document it too, post a couple selfies. Tricycle earrings, sell them for like $10.
Shark earrings.
Give you a whole lot of fun. A whole lot
We
of
were
fun.
talking. I was talking to her and Riley about going down Atlantic Avenue, and she's gonna be on a. She's conducting a poll, and she hands out literature on us, and to see what would happen. And she's all in. She said, all right, let's go do this. And it's funny because Riley was like egging it on. He says, you know, this is pretty interesting. It will work. It really would, because right now nobody knows what the hell we're gonna be doing tomorrow. If you ask anybody, what are you doing this week? Oh,
It's totally changing. You see where it's going, and because you don't know where it's going. You see it's changing again.
I know tomorrow is Friday. We're gonna start our Gubba weekend tomorrow.
Of course,
Starting
and we've
what?
got summer coming in, so we get your choice tomorrow.
The Gubba weekend.
Oh, we have Gubba and Lost Harbor.
Yep, Cinco de Mayo, but it's how do you say 7?
Siete.
Siete de Mayo. We're gonna do Siete de Mayo here. How do you like that?
It's El Dia de los Reyes is the 8th.
Is it?
In January.
I was gonna say not in May. Okay.
Oh, do you guys know some of the most difficult words to say in Spanish? I learned a couple of them.
Which is?
Here are 2. So how do you say to save?
To what?
To save, like I'm saving money.
Like to save money.
That's a good one.
Ahorrar.
Okay.
That's how like I say ahorrar. And like some of my friends, like they roll their R's. Like it's one of the more difficult words to say in Spanish, especially for like native English speakers.
Ahorrar?
Ahorrar, yeah.
Ahorrar, okay.
Yeah, and then there's another one. I can't pronounce it. It's so difficult. It's a type of doctor. It's like otorrinolaryngologico. You have to know what I mean. Like it's a huge word. It's some sort-
Ophthalmologist?
No.
N-E-N-T.
In like Spanish, it's like otorrinolaryngologico. I can't even say it. It's freaking impossible.
Wow, I don't know what the hell that is.
He'll say
I don't know. It's a really weird doctor.
How do you say the color brown in Spanish?
Café?
Brown.
Café.
No,
You say it.
I don't remember, but I know it's not
It's
that.
café.
I have my handy dandy.
Yeah, look it up. Yeah, look it up. And when I'm
And
right,
this is how we digress on a Thursday afternoon at the cafe.
I gotta find it.
well, you wanted the color purple too?
It's cafe.
It's café.
It's not cafe. It's not cafe, and I haven't wasted anything. But keep going. What other words?
Say
did
it.
you
Say it. What is it?
I think it's not naranja. No.
That's
not,
yellow.
Naranja. That's orange.
No, it's not naranja. I gotta look it up. Where is my translator?
Slick's looking it up.
Marron.
Marron. I never heard that in my
Marron.
life. It's a lie.
How did you know that? You looked it up? Marron is brown.
Dominicano. I'm Spanish.
¿Tú eres dominicano?
Yeah.
Tú no eres dominicano. You're not Dominican. So full of beans. But marron is correct.
There's
That
two
is
ways
very
to say purple. There's morado and there's purpuro.
Purple.
Purple. That's right.
Purple is purple.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's 2 ways to say purple.
I never learned purple that way.
Purple.
Me neither, but she scares me, so I'm gonna.
I've heard people say it. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird.
More to come on our fun Thursday afternoon, the Brooklyn Cafe show.
I swear to God, I had an app that converted stuff. Remember we were playing with that on the air.
Translate. I got an app for that.
Search for it.
What is it called?
Pull down on your screen and just hit search.
What's it called?
It's called Translate. It's called Translate.
You're,
Pull down on your screen.
I'm gonna tell you, you are one smart dude. That's right. All right, let's see. What do we want? Spanish? Spanish. Oh, no, but that's Spanish for Spain. That doesn't work for me.
Do they have Puerto Rican Spanish?
Do you have Puerto Rican Spanish? No, they got it from Spain. But that's funny.
It's a little different.
Brown.
That's pretty cool how you got it to throw over there.
Brown. Brown?
You can say, how do you say brown in Spanish?
Oh, I'm so silly. I had it the other way around.
So she said brown.
Brown.
That's nice.
Marron. Marron. It's marron. Marron.
On that note, tune in tonight at 7 o'clock for Kids in Capes live on WWNN. And at 7:30, we're going to be playing an interview with Dr. Laura Ellick and Queen Bee and Slick. So tune in for that tonight at 7:30. Dr. Laura Ellick, a hypnotherapist.
Who picked you up, Dr. Laura?
Dr. Laura. It says Kitten Keeps 30.
Kitten Keeps 30. We're going to be playing interview with Dr. Laura.
Interesting. Who's Kitten?
Well, you said it.
Time to wrap this up. I'm glad I make Val laugh. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. It is hot. It is summertime in South Florida. Let us know if we can help you amplify your impact on your business. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And what she said, and don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly